September 30th, 2019. Everybody still here? Good. This is Joe with Simple Life Show. Thanks for everybody for showing up. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, do all that good social media stuff because that does help us out over here. We are a 401c charity. We are Trump supporters, but we also care about the world. We care about the environment. We care about the homeless people. So we are normal people. So I really just wanted to kind of get into this whistleblower type thing. And I'm just going to leave it at this. I mean, it is so inundated in the news that you can't really get away from it. I really want to go to other topics that I feel that's important, but I really just wanted to do something on this whistleblower thing and the whole motivation behind this ex-CIA. Well, he's still in the CIA, but he used to be in the White House, but he got replaced by Bolton, as you know, and maybe he had a gripe with the president. Maybe he had some ties with Hillary Clinton. Maybe he had some ties with Chuck Schumer. Of course, that is true, but we'll get into that. I do want to take a trip back to 2017 here with Chuck Schumer, little Chucky there, and how he, his open threat through the CIA to Trump. Of course, I don't know if you remember this. I will go ahead and play this here in a second.
Opportunity. So I was distraught right after the election, but I'm now actually invigorated by the challenge and our ability to succeed in this challenge.
Let me ask you, I don't know if you have seen this. I don't want to blindside you with this. This is the latest statement, latest tweet, as you were just saying, the president-elect's latest unsolicited pronouncement on the intelligence community. This was his tweet just a little while ago tonight. You see the scare quotes there. The intelligence briefing on so-called Russian hacking was delayed until Friday. Perhaps more time needed to build a case. Very strange. We're actually told, intelligence sources tell NBC News since this tweet has been posted, that actually this intelligence briefing for the president-elect was always planned for Friday. It hasn't been delayed. But he's taking these shots, this antagonism, this taunting to the intelligence community.
You take on the intelligence community, they have 6 ways from Sunday at getting back at you. So even for a practical, supposedly hard-nosed businessman, he's being really dumb to do this.
I just want to let that just sit there for a second, because when I first saw that clip, and I don't even remember that clip, I know I probably watched it before because I like to watch all of the news media, not just the big ones out there like CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, and stuff like that, but I do like to read all of the the side articles and stuff like that, and obscure journals, and have different viewpoints from on. I really encourage everybody to do that. If you don't actually have competing viewpoints, and if you don't actually listen to the other side, then you'll have no idea what to fight against. You won't have a good grounding and a good footing when it comes to a lot of these arguments that are coming from the left, and even some of the arguments that are coming from the right and the rhinos. Like I said, I'll go ahead and just preface this by saying I am not a Republican, really. I'm not a liberal. I used to be a liberal. I used to be a Democrat. I am just a free agent, and I am a truther. I just want to get down to the truth, and I support this president 100%. That's why I'm not swayed by any argument. I look at everything from all different types of point of view, and if you do that, then that's a good place to start. And I'm learning just like everyone else. I'm no better than anybody else, but I have a lot to say, and I think that everyone really needs to look at all the information out there. So this whistleblower, I believe he's Michael Berry. Of course, Michael Berry is a senior director of the intelligence programs. We're just pulling up his Wikipedia here, and he was briefly part of the NSC, the National Security Council at the White House before Bolton took over. Now everyone says, and of course the mainstream media and the media outlets will say that Michael Berry left on good terms. We don't know that for certain. I mean, he could very well have left on good terms, but we really don't know that. Of course, the Bolton and the President Trump are disagreeing on a lot of foreign policy issues, but that's not really what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about who Michael Berry is. Now, even just on the Wikipedia's page, it's not that long. I mean, it's just one paragraph. But was really kind of stuck out, was really interesting to me, was that he was actually, according to BuzzFeed, shortly before September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks, Michael Berry allegedly worked on the CIA-sponsored assassination program to kill terrorists with Eric Prince. Of course, Eric Prince, if you're not aware, he was one of those He was part of Blackwater and did a lot of co-op work there, covert operation, work in the Middle East shortly after the 2001 terrorist attacks. So Michael Berry is part of the CIA, and does he have any kind of reason to get back at Trump? Well, we know that he used to work for Clinton, and I pulled this article up here. Attorney for anti-Trump whistleblower worked for Hillary Clinton and Chuck Schumer. And it says here that an anonymous person who filed a formal uncorroborated complaint against Donald Trump for allegedly asking a foreign leader to investigate corruption related to Joe Biden now has a legal team that includes a Democratic operative who worked for Senator Chuck Schumer and Hillary Clinton. Of course, he is referring to the Andrew Bakaj, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, but he is his lawyer. So, everything's kind of fitting into place where Andrew Bakaj actually was interning for Clinton and Schumer. He is another bleeding heart liberal Democrat. So Andrew Bakaj, now a managing partner of Compass Rose Level Legal Group, interned for Schumer in the spring of 2001 and again for Clinton in the fall of the same year, according to Bakaj's LinkedIn page. More recently, Bakaj has worked as an official in the CIA and Pentagon and specializes in whistleblower and security clearances in his legal practice. So this really isn't so much about his lawyer. I mean, we're just trying to create the backdrop of what's really going on here and why this all happened. Okay, so we all know that Trump does not have a good relationship with the intelligence community. Why should he? They have been investigating him for 3 years now. He can't find a friend anywhere. And if you had that, then why wouldn't you have your own legal counsel? I was watching the news earlier today or this morning, and of course Trump's under fire for having his own legal counsel. Of course he would have his own legal counsel. Who can you trust at a time like this? It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's like the old saying goes. It's not really old. If Trump cured cancer, then Democrats would come out against that as well. It just doesn't matter what he does. It's all bad. Of course, he is the bad orange man, and of course, as Hillary Clinton is still in the news now, she won't simply go away. There is also speculation that Hillary Clinton is going to get into the 2020 election race. I don't think this is personally going to happen. It is a rumor from the rumor mill that's going on. People have heard it through a grapevine. I don't know if there's any credibility to that or not, but she simply can't stop talking about Trump. Now, I couldn't even download this video because I guess there's some rights or something like that, but I will play a small clip of what she said. It's absolutely disgusting, but everything that comes out of Clinton's mouth these days is not all sunshine and rainbows anyway. So yeah, I mean, that's all that really Clinton really talks about. She cannot stop whining about losing the 2016 election. I think most people, even Democrats, are just kind of shying away from the whole thing. Okay, and this whole thing with the Ukraine and the Russiagate and all these scandals that are I'm telling you right now that it's just going to keep going and going and going, and it won't stop even after Trump gets reelected. What my main fear is that it's just going to keep ramping up until the unthinkable happens. And I think we know what that means. And Trump just recently put out a tweet here, and I don't even have that image. But if you want to go to his Twitter, he was talking about if he's not elected, there will probably be a civil war, or if he's impeached, if he was removed from office. That's what he was saying. Of course, the mass media is reporting that if he's not reelected, there's going to be a civil war. I don't think that will happen. I think that he's going to be reelected. But if he's not, then so what? That if he's not reelected, then I will support the next president. I'm not saying I'm going to like the next president. All I am saying is that I will hope to God that they do a good job. And that is it. That is it. That's really all I'm saying about it. Of course, in the mass media, they're saying, they're twisting his words into something it's not, even after they put the tweet up. All he was saying was that if he is removed from office because of all this, because it's ridiculous. There's no case here. Even the intelligence community, the national the intelligence community, did not agree with the that this whole thing was actually an urgent concern. Of course, the ICWPA, which was put into effect in 1998 under Clinton, is pretty clear on what an urgent concern is, as far as that goes, as far as what a whistleblower for the Whistleblower Protection Act. Number one, it has to be a serious or flagrant problem, abuse, violation of law, or executive order or deficiency relating to the funding, administration, or operations of an intelligent activity involving classified information, but does not include differences of opinion concerning public policy matters. Of course, that's a mouthful, but the main thing that I'm trying to get across here is that this has to do with a deficiency relating to relating to the funding, administration, or operations of an intelligence activity involving the classified information. It's all part of the intelligence community. Number two, a false statement to Congress or a willful withholding from Congress on an issue of material fact relating to the funding, administration, or operation of an intelligence activity. Or number three, an action constituting a reprisal or threat or reprisal in response to employees reporting an urgent concern. Now, when this whistleblower actually put this forward, he did not put forward anything when it comes to that. He did not do that. What he did was he provided this dossier, which is about a 9-page dossier that came out in came out in August. Now, coincidentally, in August, that's when they changed the intelligence community changed the requirements for the whistleblower to institute the Whistleblower Protection Act, which would include now hearsay. Before, there had to be any kind of information had to be corroborated. They had to have enough proof there to classify it as an urgent concern with the intelligence community. Of course, the intelligence community was not even mentioned in the dossier here. I am deeply concerned that the action described below constitute a serious and flagrant problem of abuse or violation of law or executive order that does not include differences of opinions concerning policy matters, consistent with the definition of an urgent concern in 50 U.S.C. That doesn't even have anything to do with it. I am therefore fulfilling my duty to report this information through proper legal channels to the relevant authorities. Of course, this whistleblower, who I believe is Michael Berry, has a huge team of lawyers who have written this dossier out. Does that sound familiar? Here we go again with this, with all of this stuff that's all of these allegations and unfounded allegations that are going to continue to keep going and going ad nauseum until people are just sick of it. And I believe most people are sick of it. I think most people, on the middle and on the right are tired of this. Even some people on the left are getting really tired of this as well, because at the heart of all this is all of the corruption from the Democrats, and they know this. They know this. Hillary says that Trump knows he's an illegitimate president. No, Hillary knows what she did and what the Obama administration did prior to the 2016 election, because all of this so-called Russian meddling happened on their watch, not on Trump's. Okay, so most people don't realize that. They don't remember that all of this happened on their watch. So you get this interesting article from the Federalist. I'll post a link in the description here. It goes into this detail with this. It says on October 20th, 1998, of course, this was the Whistleblower Protection Act that was first instituted. The ICWPA, the Intelligence Community Whistleblower Protection Act in 1998. The statute provides a mechanism for individuals in the intelligence community to share classified information with congressional intelligence committees. But, and significantly, as we shall see, the statute by its term only applies to a complaint of information with respect to an urgent concern. That is what is the heart of all this. It's not an urgent concern. Even the National Director of Intelligence said that it did not fit the mold of an urgent concern. And in fact, it did not even fit one of the three constituting factors that needed to be in place to institute the Whistleblower Protection Act. That is really what it is at play here. What is really at play is they changed everything just for this dossier to come out to attack Trump. So you have to ask yourself a reasonable question: why did they do this, and why was their response so urgent? It wasn't because of something that Trump did. It's because they were trying to cover up something that Biden did. And once the Ukraine and this whole scandal blows up, guess what? Everybody's going down, because the Democrats and the liberals, and they've had their money in their hands in everything for a long time. Hillary Clinton knows this. That's why she's going around on her speaking tours. That's why she is trying to throw Trump under the bus even harder than ever before. You thought Hillary Clinton was irritating before? Wait. I guarantee you the next week we're going to hear a lot more from Hillary Clinton. We're going to be hearing a lot from the Democrats. We are going to be hearing a lot from everybody trying to dissuade the public from looking into this, trying to dissuade the public and getting the public to go back to sleep. Okay? I mean, all you have to do is compare the mass media and how they're treating this entire situation. It goes further by saying that the complaint does not arise in connection with the operation of any U.S. government intelligence agency, and the alleged misconduct does not involve any member of the intelligence community. That was from directly from the DNI General Counsel. Okay, so that's what happened back in August. That's when this dossier came out, and they did not want to give it to Congress. They did not want to submit it because it did not fit the mold. Is it starting to make sense now? So what they did was they changed the rules yet again to try to throw Trump under the bus. The intelligence community, the CIA, the FBI have their own secret moles within their own their own intelligence community. They have been in the White House this entire time. They have been spying on the president. They have been trying to corrupt everything that has been going on right now just to get him out of office, just to create some sort of problem that they can create a solution for. It is the typical problem solution type of paradigm that we have been talking about, that other people have been talking about for a long time now. It hasn't stopped. It won't stop. That it's a typical playbook from the deep state. And it's not just the liberals. It's not just the Republicans. It is the deep state that is behind this, because at the heart of everything, all of this stuff, all of the Russiagate, the Ukraine gate, all of the dossier, and it goes on and on. At the heart of everything, what Trump did was he upset the balance of the deep state. He put the New World Order and world government on hold. And trust me, it is still on hold right now. They want to get someone in there that they can easily manipulate to continue their agenda for the mass takeover and world government. If you don't believe me, just do your own research. Don't believe anything I say. Just do your own research. It goes further by saying, but without an urgent concern, none of these provisions apply. This is what the DNI has said. That's why they did not forward this complaint. But without an urgent concern, none of these provisions apply. The provisions that are actually in the Intelligence Community Whistleblower Protection Act of 1998. Without an urgent concern, the ICIG would reject the complaint, and without an urgent concern, the IC operative could not legally provide classified information. That's what they did to the congressional intelligence communities under the guise of a whistleblowing scandal, which of course was the sole reason for the complaint. That's what's behind all of this. This is what it looked like before. First-hand information required. It used to be that. And then, like I said in the last video, this is what it's changed to. I know about the information I'm disclosing here, and I had direct and personal knowledge, or I heard it from others. I mean, they just put that there in August, right before or even after this dossier came out. It's even worse if it's after, because that implies a direct collusion to obstruct and impeach the president, or at least put it up for a vote in the House. If that is not a complete destruction of our democracy, I don't know what. And what makes my blood boil is when I actually see these people like Nancy Pelosi or Chuck Schumer or Hillary Clinton or any of the Democrats on there talking about democracy and how we need to put the country before party. That is all they have done, is do the opposite. They have put their own agenda before everyone else. I really just want to drive this point home, and I'm going to start talking about other things because this honestly makes my blood boil. Over the next few weeks, we're probably still going to be talking about this, and I'm probably still not going to be able to stop myself from talking about this because it just makes me so upset. As Davis noted, the Reside forum was uploaded on September 24th, 2019, just day before the anti-Trump complaint was declassified and released to the public. The markings of the document, however, they said it was revised August 2019. Of course, the whistleblower complaint was dated August 12th. So what does that mean? There's a good chance that it came out after the complaint came out, that they went and they changed the law just so this complaint can come. I'm telling you, the CIA, and they have their moles in there. They've had their moles in there this entire time. I'd be willing to bet they are still there. I'd be willing to bet that there's still people lurking around in the shadows, just like the deep state wants. They want an eye on the president. They want to look for any type of opening to throw anything at Congress and just jam everything through and hold everything up in committee until the 2020 election. Now, if this is not hurting the American population, I don't know what is. And the people out there that are holding their signs and calling for impeachment do not understand that their main problem is a government that is not working for them, and this is the actual manifestation of all of their fears and all of their hatred for the government. I mean, your typical leftist that has their crayon filled poster boards out there doing they don't really understand what's really going on. I feel bad for them. I really wish that they would wake up, and I really wish they would do their own research and have a modicum of respect for their own intelligence to understand how much they are being used and manipulated in this society right now. Because it's the hordes that have demanded this. If the hordes weren't demanding the impeachment for the last 3 years, then they would probably find a different way to go about it. They're just throwing the kitchen sink at anything and seeing what sticks. So until next time, this is Joe's Simple Life Show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the good social media stuff. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.